Next Gen to me is a beautifully wrapped box. It's a gift that students get to open again and again every time they come here to the center for a show. We serve students from 5 rural counties. Depending on how you look at the data, up to 40 or 50% of those kids are from economically disadvantaged homes. And we can't take them all over the world, but we can bring the world here.
The world right here to you.
The purpose of our Next Gen program is to connect students with a performing arts experience for the sake of discovering and appreciating performing arts, but also to educate students through the performing arts.
We talk a lot with educators in schools to find out what are their hopes or their needs or the challenges that they face and that we can maybe do something to help students accomplish. And so we have this really intentional and thoughtful way of programming that's also actively seeking the support of the very people we serve.
You know, when we started this and started the mission 8 years ago, we talked about education, but it was sort of a dream of what we were going to do. And then that dream became reality way before we thought we were going to do it.
The Next Gen programming here allows people from a wide range of socioeconomic realms to experience performances in the arts that they would never get a chance to see, largely because we live in a rural area, but also because of the cost barrier.
Thanks to the generosity of our donors, we are able to offer these experiences for free, including free transportation to and from the center.
My favorite feedback ever is from a little boy who came to a matinee. As he was leaving, he was talking to his teacher, and he said, "You know, I can't believe that you took all of us to this show. That must have cost like $1 million." And she said, "Well, I did take you all to the show, but it didn't cost me anything. There were a whole bunch of people who paid so that you could go to the show, people who cared about you having this experience. They're called donors." And the little boy thought for a second, and then he said, "When I grow up, I want to give money so other kids can do stuff like this." I just feel like, wow, that's it. Right there, he got it.
Since we first started our Next Gen program, we've reached more than 30,000 students across our 5-county service area. They are coming from more than 60 schools, more than 70 homeschool students, and even a few colleges participate as well.
So many kids are lonely and depressed and anxious because they're in silos of their own digital worlds, and when you have a space, a physical space where families, kids, anybody can come together, it's therapy.
I think it's important to realize that with every year that goes by, this type of programming is cut from school budgets. So we started to consider ways to help the center. And what a neat opportunity for the Great Lakes Center for the Arts to specifically attack this problem of not having this form of education in schools.
How do we make sure that what we're doing at the center is going to be here for the long term, and what we're doing for the students is going to be for the long term?
A donor gives money to sponsor a show, and that show has 2 matinees. That's over 1,000 students we can bring in total for that particular day. There's a real dogged determination to make sure that those seats are filled in honor of the gift that donor gave.
This is something that my kids and I would probably not be able to go see. The experiences, the lights, the sounds, and the conversations and the time together really matters and means a lot to us. Thank you.
I've been here a lot and I've seen a lot of dance and a lot of ballet, but I've never been more impressed and loved any ballet more than I enjoyed tonight.
One of my favorite things about coming here to the Great Lakes Center for the Arts with my class is their enthusiasm for learning more and more about science or reading. The lights in their eyes and how enthusiastic they get has been such a blessing. Thank you.
This was the best show that I've ever done. This is by far the best.
As a homeschool mom, we really appreciate that we were able to come to this today because the kids get to see different cultures and different things that happen around the world.
I love that they really incorporated us into it.
I think it's really important to have arts as a way to create togetherness rather than otherness.
The They build individual relationships and community and allow for self-expression and exploration of new ideas and understanding of other perspectives.
When you see and you value a student and you say, you're important enough for me to do this work or to make this donation to support you, what you're doing is you're telling that student, I'm seen, I matter, in a world that's so fast-paced and where so many people don't feel seen. And then what happens is you get to be part of changing, shaping the future. So we have the privilege to reach out to students and value them. We have the privilege to create opportunities that will have positive impact on their lives. And by doing that, we have the privilege of changing the future.